Hi, I'm Martin Swaney from Channel 6, and we are high atop the Channel 6 van at Bonnaroo 2012 with Daniel, Mike, and Josh from Dale Earnhardt Jr. We're delighted to have you guys here. Thanks a lot for taking the time.
It's our pleasure to mount this van with you.
Right on. And so this is your first Bonnaroo. That's a little presumptuous to say first, but we'll hope you'll be back. And so how would you compare the scene here with other venues that you've played?
I think that it's incredibly humbling to, we started the band not ever expecting to play shows. So it's so weird to be playing a festival that you grew up hearing about and with so many amazingly enthusiastic people in the crowd. And they were all so kind and great. It's like a dream come true.
Well put.
And what do you think about the difference in the sonic stage? I mean, that was an excellent set today too. It was, it's a little more intimate setting. I know I was wearing lingerie at the time. So, I mean, what did you guys think about that?
There were people not wearing lingerie that just had painted bodies. That we heard. I didn't see it, but I don't know. It's cool. Oh, Gautier. Yeah, exactly. Kimbra too. We just I think we like playing our songs under different conditions because I think it's like the true test of a song. If you can play it stripped down on acoustic and it's as good as when there's like full production going on, then you have something. And we try to write songs that are strong in all those types of different surrounding production types. So we love doing it. It was fun.
Excellent. So, are there any shows that you're interested in seeing, or people you've met, maybe future collaborators? I mean, a lot of stuff going on here.
This guy right here, Reggie Watts. Very excited to see him. 4:30 p.m. tomorrow, Comedy 10.
I think are you working for Reggie or?
We weren't going to talk about that.
I think we're going to check out Ludacris tonight. Really excited about that. He's got colorful lyrics.
I'm most excited to check out Radiohead because I haven't seen them. They don't come to Detroit, so that'll be fun. And hopefully, I'll not be a mile back.
Yeah.
So your version of "We Almost Lost Detroit's" a lot different than Gil Scott-Heron's. I mean, how did you take a song that's kind of got some dire warnings and pretty serious message and turn it into something that's really very, positive, pretty uplifting?
I think it was all chance, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we made the beat because we wanted the song to feel like it was a little bit more presentable in the format that we're most comfortable in, and then we started playing keyboard over it, and that little keyboard line came about and just ended up being better than it probably should have been.
Yeah, I mean, we had a local Detroit show, and we were trying to figure out a song to do that would like kind of speak about Detroit, and I'd always loved this song, and there's also a guy in Detroit that rapped over a sample of this song, a sample of the Gil Scott-Heron song, and I loved both of them and wanted to somehow make our version of that, and so it just, I don't know, it was a perfect opportunity to do something like that where we really were playing to Detroit and focused on Detroit.
So you guys switch instruments a lot. I mean, that's really cool, and not a lot of folks can do that. Do you play the same? Do you switch it the same way every night, or is it a different thing, or do you bring out different stuff? Do you like to play a certain switch it up a certain way for a tune?
I think we just whatever we're all about fitting the song, so whatever makes sense for the song, and I think the switching too, it just makes it more exciting for fans, like so you can go on the other side and see the people that are on the other side that you're not normally at, and just to keep moving. And then that's why we have the center part too. Sometimes we'll sing in the center, sometimes we'll sing on the ends, and then we have like drums. We have all sorts of random. We just like switching it up, but that's the beauty, I guess, of this band is we don't have enough members, so we kind of have to mess it, do a little bit of everything. So
I think it keeps the set really interesting too, because it's like if you're playing guitar or bass in a band, sometimes it feels like playing baseball, where you're just like sitting in the outfield waiting for a ball to come to you.
Yeah.
I mean, we get to switch and jump around and do whatever we want. It's fun.
Which is why probably when you get that ball thrown to you, people just go crazy and they solo and go nuts on their guitar when they get their chance. And maybe that's not the best for the song, you know? So.
Excellent. Well, you guys.
I don't mind just sitting on my butt in the back, watching them do that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, you're keeping it down back there.
We don't let him switch.
Yeah.
I think we probably will. Next time we go on tour, there'll probably be a percussion station. Maybe.
I would love to have
I think that's a really good idea.
percussion station. Yeah.
It's like a percussion truck on wheels. We could wheel it out.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Good deal. Yeah. So yeah, you guys. I mean, you have a lot of different stuff going on there. You like the Telecasters, you guys. I mean, like the Tellies, and I mean, tell me a little bit about your kit. You know, it sounded like you were thumbing some bass out on the Telly today. I mean, is there anything going on back there? You got, you know, I don't know, what's going on? A lot of electronics, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, we just have a lot of pitch shifter pedals and stuff like that if we want to mess around with tones like that. But yeah, we use a lot of processing, but I think it's all coming from organic origins. We like make our own samples a lot of the time, and nothing's ever we don't use anything that's stock.
Yeah, the telephone mic is kind of our thing. You know, having these like little things that just make us stand out a little bit. You know, like a lot of the vocal loop stuff that's going on too. That's all done live. You know. We do have like some electronic drums that are pumping through and stuff like that, but we try to keep as much of it us playing and looping that we can do, because we know we're only two guys. We have to take the advantage of looping. You know what I mean? So.
All right. You're covering it.
We're
Works.
just playing the hands we're dealt, basically. That's what we're saying.
Well, you're playing them well. I mean,
making lemonade.
For sure. Yeah.
You know, which is good at this festival.
Yeah. Oh my
People
God.
want
What I
lemonade,
wouldn't
you know
give for
what
a
I mean?
lemonade. I could go for that.
You mentioned taking the song from just being able to play, one voice, two voices, acoustic, all the way up to, I understand you guys have done some DJing stuff and remixed your own stuff and other people's stuff. I mean, what's the spectrum of a song where you can take it from just clean and stripped down to, to all the way up with a lot of things going on?
I think you could probably present most any song in multiple ways.
Yeah.
So a lot of times we end up trying to do them a bunch of different ways until we figure out which way it feels best.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not really that much of a stretch, because maybe we started with a version of something that felt, entirely different, and it's easy to go both ways with it.
It's a good point. I mean, like, people don't realize this. Maybe people don't realize this as much as they should. But like, bands will have several versions of songs, and you get one version. And so if you're a band, you're like, it's if everyone's gonna sing this song, and this is the way people are gonna hear what you're talking about in the song. It's like you want to find the right one, but there are several. Like when they would do Motown records, they would play like, they'd go through several takes. Now they might not be completely different, but there's little things about each mix that if you heard a different mix of like an old classic Motown, you tell the difference because you've heard the same things every time. So it's like, I think that's interesting about finding the right one. It's a fun process, but I think DJing is just where we focus on saying this has to be fun and dancey, and that's the type of mix we take with it. But we just did a M83 remix, which is on the web right now, I guess, and that one was fun. It was different.
Excellent. So yeah, maybe you guys need to tear up the silent disco next time, and
we can do
bring
that.
it in there.
We're ready.
We're ready
whenever they want to call us up to the big leagues.
All right, I'm gonna do what I can, everything within my power.
We can open up for Skrillex,
which is nothing.
Yeah, I would love to play right before Skrillex.
So is this or is this not the most fun you've ever had on top of a van? That's the question.
Oh man.
What do you
know what? Definitely it is. The only other time I've spent a significant portion of time on top of a van, I was in Utah, sleeping on the top of the van. And there was someone with a bunch of garbage bags at like first light who was secretly disposing of them, and he saw me see him, and things got real weird in a hurry. We had to leave. It was a terrible thing.
It's like those cable commercials, where it's like when you see something you wouldn't see, they keep like building on it, and then it's like, don't buy cable, switch to DirecTV. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. You didn't want to see what that guy was doing.
Right.
And it just snowballed.
He had definitely killed something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, before this gets real weird, let's just say, lastly, I mean, what's next for you guys? What's coming up next for Dale Earnhardt Jr.?
We're writing a record right now, so we're gonna make that, and then we'll play more shows.
Going real high quality production in our basement.
I really believe that next time we go out and play shows, it'll be a little bit different. I'd like to incorporate some different
We're
stuff.
always changing up. Maybe we'll have some dances.
Maybe.
That's the
We
stuff.
can only aspire to.
Signature dance, I can see it. All right. Well, guys, thanks a lot for your time. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the show. And
Oh, thank
you.
you.
show us. Thanks a lot.
Great hanging out on the
Thank
van.
you. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. And we'll take you guys out with some of the show from last night.
Satisfaction guaranteed. So when the teenage magazine, summer lovers, summer dream, and the front row to the scene. 20 ways to make inside. So I go tricks to attract and get hooked. Can you deliver the race you built? Survive when everyone's barred and think when no one has thought. 20 ways to make inside. Girl, I don't wanna lie. Like an ugly person on a movie screen, the beginning and the end are clean. Seduction of the world is a fantasy. You don't know why your cage works in.